Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy King CJ, and we already know what time it is. It is time for tier list time. So as you guys can see, if you look at my channel, every single month we update this here tier list. Now the only reason we won't ever come back to this is if you're playing it and nothing happens. But as the days goes on and you look at the leaderboards and you scout around the field and you see what's going on around in here, I think that it's time for some promotions. It's time for some demotions. It's time to start watching grown men cry and grown women cry as their favorite character gets knocked back down. Alright, as you guys know, as you look at the side, we got blue for PvE, red for PvP, purple is both. If you're new to this channel, yes, we have maxed builds and we also have support. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. Now, when I went ahead and made this list is what I want to do overall. So I'm not talking about people who are just 1.5 million. I'm not talking about people who are tippity top 2 million. I'm not saying we're just gonna put this strictly for free to play. No, we're gonna do a mixture. Maybe someone who's like between that 1.2 1.3 million range. So let's go ahead and start with PvE. So as PvE has been going on so far, I think in all honesty it's time for someone to get a promotion in here, and it was going to be the boy Dr.Strange. I think Dr.Strange has more than likely have showed what he was made of. And I look on leaderboards, I see the AoE damage he's put out, I see the max dodge. However, the thing that's probably going to kill Dr.Strange for me is he needs so much money to make him work. So with that being said, because I haven't really seen any progression from Captain America in the game modes, but I have seen it for Doctor Strange, and I also have seen it from Miss Magic. Now that transmutation is a thing, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, and here is the reflection of what we're going to have here. Now I went ahead and made Magic maxed build symbol, because she's, quite frankly, she's very easy to build, but for her to reach these 3 levels in PvE, she's definitely going to need that build to be worked out on. So, and this is right here is what we have. Voila. Now you could say Spider-Man needs a max build, but like even with the max build, Spider-Man is still pretty blah in PvE. So cancel animations, all of those things, but that's neither here or there. But this right here is where you're going to see the biggest jump for somebody. Again, like I said, man, you're going to see some demotions. You're going to see some promotions. So let's go ahead and talk about it. I want to spend most of the time here. Here we go. Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man himself is fine, but he has definitely lost a step due to some of his nerfs and being so easy to get countered with accuracy rate, because this is so much everywhere. So it's GG's to that right there. Now let's talk to Iron Man. So the thing about Iron Man that's so controversial is because maybe at like the very top end he's not as dominant, even though there are still some Iron Man out there who are like 2 million still dominant against other 2 mil characters, but that's neither here or there. But on the contrary to that, in the lower tiers, like maybe like Diamond 1 down, maybe you probably even put Master 3 down, Iron Man is still a beast, right? He has the 3 rotation of spin blades, micro missiles, iframe missiles, all that good stuff. So I think as far as Iron Man goes, he's okay. Let's break down Black Widow. Well, I think Black Widow took the biggest hit, honestly, because of her nerfs, and they just keep constantly nerfing her. I don't think that she's OP anymore as per se, but she still has a lot of tools to deal with things. So that is just my opinion on her. Let's move on. Now for the biggest upgrade to PvP. Captain America. This guy here is amazing for dimensional duels. I think even for free-to-play players, he's still going to be cool. I highly recommend, because his regional gear doesn't really like, it's okay, but I would highly recommend, if you're a free-to-play player and you're playing Captain America, at least for PvP wise, regular gear works just fine, especially if you get the rolls, because most of Captain America, most of his value is in his base stats, where his critical damage decrease is, his HP is, his defense is. Like, a lot of that is built into his base kit. So even regular gear can work perfectly fine for Captain America, for him to be good inside PvP. So let's move on. Storm, yeah, bubble build, we know how that goes. Bubble build, she's pretty awesome, she's up there. However, I think the bubble build is still very out of players' reaches, which is very unfortunate to say. Star-Lord, I haven't seen much from him. I think he's gonna be where he is. Now, this Magic one, because again, like I told you guys, this Magic, I'm keeping an eye out for her. We're gonna keep an eye out for her, because I've already seen some things in terms of dimensional duels, that is, with people run the Eyes of Osiris. So I keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. Doctor Strange, a lot better PvP. So this right here is when I see the biggest change up. I get back to you guys and we're going to talk about what it is afterwards. And we're back. Alrighty, I told you guys there will be a shakeup. Let's talk about it now. Yes, I wholeheartedly think Captain America is number one. Why? Because I think he's top tier in dimensional duels. I think he's top tier in terms of holding point for both Omega War and Alliance Omega War. And then on top of that, he has the support. And I think that support is what's holding him up there. Let's go down to Spider-Man. Spider-Man, still a beast. Dimensional duel, Omega War, Black Widow, same thing. Iron Man, same things. Like, these right here, this is the holy trinity of PvP, if you ask me. Star-Lord, I did see some very nice things come out of him lately, but unfortunately he's so squishy. And like, I'm a 1.3 million Storm, and I can almost one shot a 2 million Star-Lord, because they're like so squishy. So them being like point leaders is not the best thing as can be. So go down to Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange did get a promotion, because I think his one-on-one attributes in Dimensional Duel has been fantastic. I love the buff that they gave him. Could be better. However, again, the support is what's helped out a lot. And due to them decreasing the PvP increase, he feels like a tank again. Not like super tanky like Magic and Captain America, but he's definitely the third tankiest character in this game, especially with the swords that they gave him now. If you're close, it does like maybe damage decrease or whatever it is. So he can be up and personal. He has so many different play styles. So I am 100% okay with him being right here. Now, if you want to make the change to him maybe being above Star-Lord, due to the way he can hold point in Omega War and Alliance Omega War, then go ahead. Magic, she's kind of the same thing with Dr. Strange, but she doesn't have any supports, if that makes sense. So and also her 1v1 capabilities, I mean, I guess it's been good lately, but it's just not on the level of these three right here. And she doesn't have a support, so yeah, GG's. Storm, she's down here. I think that at the very, very top, Storms, like, if you can utilize the bubble build flawlessly, then I can easily say I can put Storm right here at number 3. But since it's so hard to get to this bubble build, I think maybe if they keep giving us more badges that have cooldown on it, Maybe if the next set of badges can get its cooldown, maybe you can get like 2 Thano badges that have cooldown, so that's like 12% cooldown right there. Next invasion battles come out, you get another cooldown, that's 2 more cooldown slots. Now you're looking at 24% just off badges alone. Then they have another set of badges that come out with cooldown. You put those 2 in slot. Now you're looking at close to 36% cooldown. So maybe whenever we get to that point in these invasion badges, then I can safely put Storm at least right here up in 3 or 2, because the bubble build is ridiculous in all kinds of game mode, rather it's PvP 1v1 and dimensional duels, rather you're trying to spank people in in Dark Zone. Yeah, man, I took Dark Zone into accountability as well. There's just no, maybe other than Black Widow, there's no better player in Dark Zone than Storm, with her mixture of ball damage to the bosses and to the teams. So, and also the bubble build is fantastic for holding points. Even as a Storm myself, I done held like 2k points against whales, 3k points almost, because I can just stay in my bubble uptime all the time while I'm just grabbing points if I need to, both in Omega War and Alliance Omega War. So again, man, if they make the bubble build way more viable, definitely up here. Captain Marvel,
still a piece of garbage.
Captain Marvel, that's all I gotta say. Captain Marvel. Free to play section, I think this for sure stays the same. I think if you are a new player coming into this game, there's only 3 characters that I can 100% recommend, and that was Iron Man, Storm, and Black Widow. Everybody below that, you're kind of in that territory where it's, you're gonna have to go all in on these characters, right? Or you're going to want to, in Magic's case, you're not really going to rank in anything, and you're probably going to struggle in game modes. Whereas these 3 right here, you can pluck and pluck them anywhere as free to play, regional, non-regional, and they're going to perform at the top of what they're supposed to be, right? Storm is supposed to be PvE, she's going to rock it off free to play. Easy peasy. Black Widow, you can tell most of her gear is PvP centric, right? And even as free to play Black Widows, not to the extent as it used to be, but they can still somewhat, you know, battle it out with whales. So she's going to be good for that. Iron Man, he's fantastic for both PvE and PvP. So that's why I put him at number 1. His ceiling isn't as high as these guys, but his floor is much higher than these 2, if that makes sense. You could put less work into these. You can put less work into Iron Man and probably get more out of him than both of these 2 characters. But however, at their peak maximum, these 2 characters outperform Iron Man, and you know, they're relatively what they're built for sections of the game. So that is the tier list. I don't know what is this? What month are we in, guys? This is freaking what, April tier list, as you guys can see that. All right, everybody, you leave a comment. You let me know how you feel. If you don't agree with this, look, I'm just one man. This is just one man's tier list. All right, everybody, you take care out of here. Peace.